All right, so we are at the museum spot that we just purchased out here in Los Angeles. Beautiful space, man. Beautiful, beautiful space. This is the museum space. We're going to put a lot of good stuff in here. Some of the stuff that you see is not going to be in here, but we just got the place, man. We officially own this building here in Los Angeles on Jefferson. Man, great space. Nice outside. We're going to have some stuff going on outside here in the back. So we got some stuff in the back that we're going to have some outdoor events and all that stuff happening. So this is going to be real fly. So y'all stay tuned.
Hey, bro.
Huh?
Let me ask you a question, man. Why you ain't changed clothes, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Every time you see me, you gotta ask me a question like you 50 Cent asking people 21 questions.
But, bro, you gotta have some hygiene.
Let me
man.
ask you, did you take a bath last night?
Of course, and that's what I'm telling you, man. You gotta have some hygiene,
Well,
man.
congratulations, because I'm homeless and now I have the luxury to take a bath every night and wash clothes like that. So be grateful for what you got and stop always talking about people and stuff. That's what's wrong with people. They always talking about people instead of trying to help them and stuff. Just thank God that you able to take a bath and change your clothes every night. I might have them on the next day and the next day and the next day. That's between me and God. You worry about yourself. Any more questions?
You good,
Oh,
bro.
all right, that one I thought. Have a blessed day.
If you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Tick faster, that'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And hopefully everybody can hear me well and clear. Black first, everybody. Black first. Hopefully everybody is doing well this Friday evening. This is a weekly wrap-up right here, of course, on the Beatzilla PDX official show. So, man, we got the family in the house early tonight. Tonight, yes, indeed. Let me see. Let me shout out everybody in the chat thus far. Judah Queen, One Who Cares, Ange in the chat, Tasha Peters, Louise, Tia to you, Afro Elite, my brother in the house, Torian Rain, Reloaded, my brother in the house. And y'all give a round of applause to our good brother, Torian Rain Reloaded. He has hit 50,000 subscribers. You understand? And doing that, speaking this pro-black empowerment conversation is quite a feat. So let's give this brother a round of applause. You understand? And shout out to my brother Afro Elite. All of us smaller channels are on our way, but so man, give this brother props because y'all don't understand how hard it is in this lane. So 50,000 subscribers is a hell of a job. So shout out to our brother Torian Rain, man. That's major. Crew Royalty, I see in the house. Aboriginal Woman, Phantom Beat. Simply Sandra, peace. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, give that brother his flowers right now. Because that y'all know, like in the world of shadow banning and all the channel suppression and truth suppression that these people engage in against us, to achieve 50,000 is quite an accomplishment and deserves all the recognition in the world from the people who enjoy that content. So there's 50,000 of the family that really enjoy this brother's work. So congratulations to this brother, because man, I can only imagine the type of mountain that is to climb. So shout out to Torian Rain Reloaded. Not to mention,
Next week, it is time again. We're speaking of my brother Afro Elite and Torian Rain Reloaded. We will be doing another mashup on this time on my brother Black Alpha's channel. And so just look forward to hearing the announcement of that. Well, you're getting a semi-announcement now, but you will be informed formally soon. So you know how we do. When we get together having this positive, empowering conversation, it's always a dope event. So be on the lookout for this, brother. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we got here. Okay. So let's get into it this evening. There is as you see, as I started, you see Tariq Nasheed has just announced securing the location for the museum, the Hidden History Museum. So that's done. So I guess a lot of people will probably be feeling some kind of way, because there's a lot of Tariq Nasheed haters, and for me, it's like, look, like Torian can't wait. I mean, don't y'all see this being a dope situation? This is something that we don't share with outside groups. Like this is a Black venture that really caters to the grassroots versus what we have had that always is always going to be an inclusive thing. That's always going to be like a people of color museum, not a Black hidden history museum. That's the big, huge difference. And we heard, well, I don't understand why this and why that. Here's the thing. As much consumer dollars as Black people represent in America, this little bit of change that this brother was able to secure to a location in LA, understanding the market and the politics of that city, this is quite a feat. So it's not to say, oh, hey, and okay, here's a building. It didn't have to be built from scratch. So I guess now, well, I guess he's just going to be charging people to come on in, and that's just going to be. I guess there'll probably be, the goalposts will be moved. So I just look to that aspect. I don't expect anybody to congratulate this brother or the other people who have been really supporting the brother. You know what I'm saying? Kick gravity beyond. What's going on, my brother? I see you in the house. Yes, indeed. Yeah, these, one of the things we really got to shake is the hater behavior. That hater mentality where people think like, oh, it's cool, let's just hate. No, it ain't cool. But tonight, as y'all can see, we want to talk about unfinished implosions. And I say unfinished because what you are witnessing out here in the political scheme of things is a full-scale implosion of both parties. But so because both parties attack us at different angles, you see it different ways. So this stems from this, which of course is called unfinished business. Now, this is a promotional ad for the state of Georgia for, of course, one Stacey Abrams. Now, with that being said, she gets Charlemagne and 21 Savage to represent Black folk. And I'm not really certain who that other person is. I'm not from the state of Georgia. So maybe somebody does know who he is, but I don't. So I just found it really amazing. Lady Effa, yes, indeed. I see you. Welcome, welcome. I just found it super interesting that in this midst where we have seen that their numbers have taken a hit, there's now some things that are trying to turn out and speak differently, which we know aren't true. But we have reached such a climate of truth that certain people and certain organizations and certain political entities will just resort to lying. So now they're trying to get this woman elected. Here's a picture she took. Yeah. Okay. All right. And so I'm really pretty much going to talk about two stories this evening. And then I'm going to literally open the phones tonight because, you know, I want to hear from the family about what y'all think about this. You know, there is a mystery gnat. I don't know where this little singular gnat seems to come from, but every time I start, I mean, we could be dead of winter and there's like a gnat out of nowhere. It's like, okay, where do you pop out of? Shoot, right by your face, right on camera, on like clockwork. If y'all have been with me for a while, it's like, shouldn't this gnat have died by now? This one mystery gnat comes out of nowhere only when I'm broadcasting. No other time does this gnat fly around over here at all. But, you know, maybe it's the government. They got the nano gnat bot. I wouldn't put it past them. The other thing we need to talk about tonight. This is the other part. Family. Why they got what's that dude Boyega? Why he got like a wig from like they pulled out of the 70s black exploitation wig stash. It got him up there looking like a young Ike Turner. So the woman king. You know, here's one of the things for me. When I see white folks going overboard to champion something, my mind tells me I should probably go on alert. And rightfully so. Got that picture here. So we're going to also talk about the woman king. Now, a lot of people are going to say, Phantom Beat, he said, he's no black. No, he is not. Tommy, no, he is not no Black Caesar. So this woman king, you know, they're trying to present it as it's some form of woman empowerment, of course, especially black woman empowerment. And black women are invisible and this, that, and the other. Family. Y'all do understand. We just did it, and I'm going to post that space on this channel sometime here. It might even be a late night ride. This might be for my late night marauders. I might upload the my last space that I actually hosted with my brother Black Alpha about removing white women from the minority status or how that affects the situations that we face today. And that actually ended up being almost a 7-hour conversation. However, one of the things that happened in there, thanks to my sister, Lioness Crown, she was able to step in and facilitate about 2 hours worth of Black women building in that conversation. So I will be putting that one up. It'll be it's I'm moving for a late night one. So this might be for my like late night weekend heads. So it might be, you might find this late tomorrow night going into Sunday morning. Because for some of y'all know y'all ain't going to church on Sunday. So what y'all got to go to sleep for? You ain't got to be sleep early. So we'll be doing that. But, you know, in that conversation, letting them women build, that was Black women empowerment. Now, when Hollywood tells you they are promoting Black women empowerment, this is who facilitates it. Just sit with that for a second. Now, if we did a space, and shout out to my brother Torian Rain, because he also spoke in that space. If these women are the most dangerous tethers to Black women, notice how with this particular movie, you don't hear the woke talk. But just like, thank I have my brother in here. If y'all, which I'm sure y'all are already subscribed to my brother Torian Rain Reloaded, he did a video about this new Little Mermaid movie that's coming out, and they used Chloe Bailey, which I imagine, here's another thing. Chloe Bailey is extremely talented. She's not hard on the eyes. Neither her or her twin sister is. And they're both extremely talented. And they both have this. Did I get him? I'm telling you, man, this is a U.S. government knack. We don't even have any fruit out here in the house. I don't understand. Anyway, Haley Bailey is going to be the new Little Mermaid, and my brother did. Yes, Haley Bailey. My brother did a great breakdown on how people are receiving it, and be clear. Over 1 million thumbs down on the trailer. Now, for those Disney Plus subscribers, y'all already know Moses Ingram did a very good job in Obi-Wan Kenobi. However, you know what let me know that sister was foundational Black American? Watching everybody talk this woke. What do we see with Little Mermaid? Woke. Woman king. Woohoo! Yes! Women all over the world are empowered. Your antennas should go up now. Woman king has no woke title to it, but the Little Mermaid, you're hating on that? Wasn't there a Black woman singing the Little Mermaid's music anyway? Who was the first singer of Little Mermaid? Oh man, thank you, brother. It's just as a musician, I mean, them girls got some of the cleanest voices. Like Beyonce didn't pick no slouches. Like Haley and Chloe Bailey's voices are really that. As a musician, let me tell you, that's not no BS. Them girls are talented. You know what I'm saying? Further the theory about the little ooh. Yeah. Tori and Rain Reloaded, because that's starting to go into mythology. So, mm, mm. I can't wait to hear your breakdown on that one, brother. Yeah. Go, please. I can't wait to. Man, this is the other thing about new black media, being able to I can anticipate what somebody else. Man, this is how you're. I can wait, or I can't wait for how I know you're going to break this down. I don't have to speak on it because I know you got it. And so I get a chance to sit back and just watch, man, and at this point, that's 50,000 people. It's coming Monday. 50,000 people, 50,000 subscribers will be able to get this breakdown that I'm telling you, hey, I already know this brother is going to give it to you. It's coming your way, family, Monday. So go subscribe to my brother, Tori and Rain Reloaded. Man, I mean, because I wasn't really going to go into paying too much attention to this Woman King thing, but okay, let's just start with the name. And the timing of it is incredible. I mean, you couldn't ask for better timing of contrast. Queen Elizabeth dies. No one's calling her the greatest king that's ever lived. The weekend before her funeral, Woman King comes out. There's so much wrapped up in this because that particular society also was responsible for having a hand in slavery as well. That's why if you start looking at how some of these the Nigerians and some of them Somalians, and maybe even some Ghanaians are kind of championing, the Malis, yeah, you too. You guys are really proud of the Woman King movie. So the Africans ain't crapping on Viola Davis, who was born on a plantation. So when it's our icons, you have to get somebody that's not a foundational Black American, but to represent the strength of a woman who could be referred to as king. You went right back to the plantation family. There's something there. Don't that tell you why they don't want us playing us? I mean, think about that. Thank you, brother. I mean, they literally come and get this woman who was born on a plantation to go play Woman King, but you had to go get Cynthia Erivo? At this point, okay, we see what it is. Now, Tyler Perry, and the verdict's still out. If we are kin or not, I wouldn't know. And I don't care. But the point is, if you're going to sit up here and fix your lips to come out here and say, well, I got this so people could see. If you are part of this family, no, we never did anything for anybody to see. It's always been to build. So you took that part. That part's part. That's true. So that's Perry. It's very Perry Carey-ish of you. However, this other thing to where you will just say, it's got to be my way and you're not going by like family rule. We know where you at. You know what I mean? We know where you at. Miss me, family. Troya Lee, welcome, welcome. Rahami Bey, I see you. What's going on? What's going on? Dark skinned brother, I see you. Oyela Aket, welcome, welcome. We are officially international. All right. Yes, indeed. And y'all, shout out my chief moderator some love. She's taking a break from social media right now. But y'all just put some hearts in the chat. Because again, this ain't always the easiest arena to operate in as well. So sometimes you need just a straight up vacation. You need a break, a recharge. And so you can come back and attack this thing wide, what do they say, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah, get that recharge, because this ain't easy. This ain't easy. But I appreciate every last one of y'all people in front of the camera, behind the scenes. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Because it takes all of that. And I'm sure everybody could have moments of like, man, and all this, man. Because sometimes dealing with us, y'all know how we could be. If we the strongest force on earth, guess where we the strongest at first? So you know how you can sit up here and put a headache on folk. So, yes, give a shout out to Nikki the God. And again, congratulations to our brother Torian Rain Reloaded for 50,000 subs. Because it is always a blessing to have somebody to boost the voice of empowerment. And that brother has been putting hand to plow and needs to be honored. And so definitely give this brother his flowers. And hey, look for the mashup again, because our next mashup, of course, we got to celebrate our brother while attacking, of course, the issues. But yeah, we got to celebrate our brother. You know what I mean? Got to celebrate our brother, man. Have some family time. Have a nice little victory stogie with our brother. Shit, that's a milestone. And then Black empowerment. Come on, man. Talking Black empowerment. Yeah. Shout out to this brother, man. For real. Let's see. Oh, something I was going to play all. This is kind of random, but I wanted to. I've been meaning. I just never knew where to fit this in. For those of y'all been following my channel, like, I guess this is my third year doing this. Every now and then I take a walk. There's a creek that is near me. And it's like a real like narrow creek, but it's so odd, man. It's oddly placed, but it's like one of those real rare things of serenity. And I guess fortunately the way my city is built, we have these little random spots. So I was I think I have 2 years. I did not upload this one, which I guess I will. Because I didn't realize y'all was watching these. But here's the third year from the creek down the street. grave. This is what it's looking like today. It's like some vegetation has grown in the little creek here. So I think this might be the third summer of me coming getting this creek on film. And it's a little, little creek. There you go. See? And this goes all the way over there. A little peaceful something in the midst of all of this. The local creek. Okay, so yeah, that was my third year. That was my third year. So just one of the things, like, how I'm out on my walk, and that's one of the things I can pass, which I've told y'all. Y'all know I live by a produce stand. So, one of the blessings of living in Little Dixie of the North, this place is extremely agricultural. That's why it's kind of untapped. That's why they wanted to make this what they call it? Valhalla? Because a lot of people do. They call this place Valhalla. So if y'all don't know, like, that's the, like, white supremacist heaven. Welcome to Portland, Oregon. I mean, right now, there are some things I'm going to have to give attention to in my own town. One of the things that they are doing now is making crime synonymous with homelessness. Also, something else they're doing is making defund the police. They're literally making it as if it's a like a religion, if that makes sense. So defund the police, of course, is not a religion. It's not an organization. They say they can go on campaign ads and say, well, this candidate is endorsed by defund the police extremists. What group is out here that is endorsing defunding the police right now? So these are the type of things that are happening on a local level. And so that's why I'm looking at things now like, well, damn, we have to absolutely address what's going on. And they're attacking us at on a cerebral level. So getting into some of the tactics. Let's see. Okay, let's get into, well, first, let me show you this. Here's a cerebral tactic, which is a general tactic of white supremacy. But right now, a lot of white supremacists are not hiding their hand or hiding their feelings anymore. What they are doing is being way more vocal, way more reactive, way more proactive against us. So here's one part. I saw this just a couple hours ago. Here's okay, gotcha, brother. Here's a TikTok from like 2 hours ago.
All right, y'all. So I'm in this restaurant called The Pub, right? And I really want y'all to see some, right? So look, y'all. Here's all the black people. And then we just came up here and we wanted to sit here. But look, it's all white people in this section. And then there's black people over here.
Yeah, you fucking did.
That's crazy.
Ooh-wee. Yes, it is. And you know what? Thank you, Torian Rain Reloaded. What this brother just sent me, it reminded me. Did I put that in here? Please tell me I did. Of course I didn't. So the picture that this brother sent me, I don't know. Yeah, if y'all seen my Twitter, I think I retweeted somebody that had this. Because somebody sent it to me in my inbox, which was crazy. So, okay, yeah, I did because I retweeted Disney about this. So, with this Little Mermaid thing, there's a SWS that redid Haley Bailey as white and made her a white redhead, basically making her a version of the original cartoon character. And I had to tweet Disney's like, y'all need to be on the forefront of this, because I couldn't help but notice how they were sitting back while somebody is literally redoing their work. Now I could see if, okay, yeah, it's gonna be like how you did the de-aging thing with Luke Skywalker. That works because that works for the benefit. But this is changing the racial makeup of an actor that you hired for this movie. Not only that, though, you have an actor. Here's another thing for the jealous SWSs. Who do you have that can compete with Haley? Who can sing, who can act, and who looks halfway decent? Not only looks decent, but will look this way 15 years from now. Can you say that the person that you even tried to cover her face with would be able to have that same shelf life? And by the way, Haley is dating DDG. What DDG? What does DDG stand for, brother Torian? DDG. Not Donald Glover. Who is DDG? They wish she was Amber. Okay, crappy. But you probably not far. For oh, he's a YouTube rapper? Word? Well, they're kind of from the same area, so I got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. I mean, hell, one thing I learned back in the day is that Prince was a big YouTube head. So he was always watching. Prince was a dude, from what I understand, was always watching the little guy. You know. So, hell. Well, actually, I guess that has to be true. So he was one of those people that would always watch for the person that no one else is watching. Like, okay, what's this over here? So, yeah, he would have probably been a very strong advocate and supporter behind the scenes of New Black Media. You know what I mean? And Amber Heard, the only woman I know that can have a internationally televised trial and be so blatant on her privilege to literally do drugs on the stand on camera. Welcome to America. Well, what did Don King used to always say when I was little? What did he used to say? America, the greatest place on earth. You can snort cocaine in the witness stand. And they still will turn around and call you a victim. Woo. All right. So let's go ahead and get on into this tonight. Lord. I mean, shut there. Excuse me. Oh, usually when you're taking tissue, you not. Oh, thank you. Oh boy. Oh, man, my runny nose, man. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Push it to the limit. She was ski sloping up and down that stand. Tori, I mean, fam. The limit. Walk along the razor's edge. Like, damn, you can't even wait until you get home. Like, on the stand? Lord. And family, before y'all go too hard on our elder Anthony Browder, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't say that shit. So I don't know if he did or not. I can't confirm that he did. If y'all know what I'm talking about, for those who do, because I'm gonna go out on the limb and say that is a false quote. I just cannot see that brother saying that this was the right thing. But again, you got to remember, there's a lot of that age group that have fell in love with the Pan-Africanist ideals, so much so that they have immersed themselves into cultures that they've never experienced, that and have bought into what their perception of their existence was. So it is what it is. But family, this is America. This is America. And with that being said, Woman King.
What did you do? Locked yourself in the cupboard. The throne. What did you do? Locked yourself in the cupboard.
Did y'all see She-Hulk yesterday? Brother Torian, he says that Billy Porter. Bro, did you see She-Hulk yesterday? Ain't this the same dude without dreads?
The throne. What did you do? Locked yourself in the cupboard.
Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah. Well, I guess if you make all of your men eunuchs, I guess you will need a woman king. Shout out to the Arab slave trade. The hell are these people going to go see? Y'all swear to be historians. Lord. What are you going to go see here? Yeah, Gravity said, what Jamaican was that? Bam. Torian said, yes, I don't know if it is or it's not. It literally look I'm getting the vibe of dude from that joint. It's like, is that the same dude? CH464, what is going on, brother? Oh man, yo, I just okay. Let's go on. We gonna come back to this. But it plays into what we talking about tonight, because this is an unfinished implosion. What they have been trying to do is, like, okay, y'all watched my last broadcast, so y'all saw when I was talking about Hope Giselle. Hope Giselle has the talking points of a man hating feminist. Only problem is that person used to be everything that they are speaking against, while replacing women like my wife and y'all in the chat, and all you mothers out there who are watching the replays and such. He's speaking for you. I mean, she's speaking for you. Can't have kids like you and don't go through the things that you do and do not have the hormonal changes that you go through every month. And fellas, never say, hey, this is what this is. No, you just learn to live with that. But don't let nobody tell you that ain't what goes on. Anyway, and that's natural. Like, realistically speaking, you're talking about a hormonal change happening within basically damn near every 14 days. Hell, to act like somebody is going to be acting normal in their right mind, you lying to yourself. No. But I mean, this is, see the benefit of being heterosexual? Understanding the opposite sex. Not that that's a bad thing. I know a lot of people have been taught that was ew, so icky. But no, some of us do like just being around women. It's a nice thing, to have some comfort that's yours. Ain't that nice? Y'all just act like men do not want women. No, men don't want men. So I don't need a man that has to go down that aisle every month. You can keep that. No, I need a woman. Now, if y'all gonna have to shop from that same aisle in the store, one of y'all got to figure out what your role is. Anyway, I'm just giving a little bit of game tonight. So let's get down to Georgia. Y'all in Georgia, I don't know what y'all gonna do. I don't know what y'all gonna do, family. One thing y'all can do, though, is start fighting back and just speaking up and letting it be known that that you're hated. I mean, that's probably something that has already needed to have long taken place. But at this point, this is absolutely imperative, family, that y'all step into this gap and stop this. So, your girl, Stacey Abrams, like I showed you earlier, has solicited the help of Charlemagne the Devil, who is literally from Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Shout out to Ryan and Doug Stewart. The only people from South Carolina, Moncks Corner, that I absolutely have respect for. I don't know that other dude. Anyway, she uses him for a host for a forum for her Georgia, that's the state of Georgia, not to be confused with South Carolina or be confused with New York City or New Jersey. No, that is Georgia. She elected to go ahead and have Mr. Charlemagne the God moderate and facilitate a conversation with her, some other dude that no one knows, and your favorite immigrant rapper, 21 Savage. I mean, we were just lining them up to speak for black folks, huh? Oh, Lord. Charlemagne, who I guess is still holding on to the fact that he didn't lighten his skin because he thought it would be good for business. Isn't that what he's still saying? There's all type of things that people will say. There's pictures coming up now from the fish breath coffee miser from up north. Of course, we understand that, she was a few shades darker. Not the bang. The bang. Oh, 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 oh. Cake soap's a beast. So I can say. All the African stores going up and down MLK, and you get up to like Imperial or Emerald. You right over there by the train getting your bunk, you getting your wig, and you getting your cake soap at the same place on the south side of Seattle up there, right? Yeah, right there at the fort. I know where you shopping at, Cynthia. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy me. At least your minions have left me alone. Because being from the Pacific Northwest, there is not a lot of us up here. So a lot of us do already know each other, or there are people who are related to other people who know other people. Anyway, so back to the state of Georgia. Y'all have an issue with Stacey Abrams, y'all. Okay? And y'all gonna have to do something about this. I don't know what, but I just want to run through how she's presenting her relationship with black men. So this first video is 1 minute, and the second video is 30 seconds, and the last one I'm gonna play is 17 seconds. Remember, I just keep in mind, like, you see how these real true alpha men rock. I'm a father. I'm a husband. My partner, Black Alpha, is a black husband to a black wife. Y'all see how we get down. So I just, not to besmirch anybody, and I'm not putting any judgment on anyone. I will let y'all determine what you see. And
we know that it's not about what people want, it's about what they do. And I want black men to know, especially after 4 years of being overlooked, over incarcerated, that it's worth trying one more time. It is easy to be despairing. It is easy to give up hope. It is hard to trust. I'm doing these events because I need people to hear what I plan to do. And I'm doing these events with folks like 21 and Francis and Charlemagne and Big Tigger. I do them because I want these communities to know that this isn't just about getting your vote. It's about me pledging to you what I will do with that vote, with that trust. Voting isn't magic, but it is easy for people to be told enough lies that they stop believing the truth when they hear it. And so my mission is not about convincing black men to pick me over Brian Kemp. It's about black men picking themselves by picking me. And that's my mission.
If you care about your future, vote for Stacey Abrams. That's how I look at it.
So before I get to these next little two clips, I just feel like if you care about your future, you need to vote for Stacey Abrams. Hey, stupid, loopy, dopey loopy, 21. It wasn't the Democrats that got your ass back in America. It was actually that orange dude that they say they're so terrified of. That's actually who got your black ass back in America. Remember? Genius. I think oh, Jesus.
What do you want the next governor to know about what leadership you need?
As black men, there's so much pressure to be great. A lot of times we don't have anybody that is speaking up for us. And I believe that you could serve as that person for us.
That's the job of the governor, to be in this together, especially for black men in a moment where so much is arrayed against you.
The moment that we give up our hope is the moment that we lose every single time. And I feel that you are just another breath of hope for us.
Thank you.
And the last one, family.
I have black sons. They need support that's different from other demographics.
When we don't talk about who we are, we're telling our children that they're not enough.
There is a future for our black boys, and they need to hear that.
Our success is directly tied to your success.
I'm gonna play that one more time, just in case if that one went too quick. I just in case for the family, you know, who might have been, your hair might have been turned, or you might not have been looking and focused at your device or your television right now. I just need to replay that last one for you just one more time.
I have black sons. They need support that's different from other demographics.
When we don't talk about who we are, we're telling our children that they're not enough.
There is a future for our black boys, and they need to hear that.
Our success is directly tied to your success.
So he's a father. He sure doesn't talk like a husband, but maybe that's just me. I'm not from Atlanta. I'm not from Georgia. My daddy does live in the state of Georgia, so this race does matter to my father. So, you know, by the way. So it's funny, I've never heard anybody that sounds like that, say that they have sons. Well, wait, I take that back. Yes. Yeah, I have heard people do that. And they tend to always be under speculatory view of potentially having a beard. But anyway, I mean, that's neither here nor there. So let's see. We're going here next. Shout out to Atlanta. Boy, that Democratic Party can't find a person with like any type of bass to their voice to save their life, can it? Oh, Lord. Yeah. Okay. So we got to go here. Okay. So this is one of Stacey Abrams' longer promos for for her campaign. So this is it's becoming a pandathon. But something I want to kind of point out about this entire scenario and how things are working out. Family, do you realize that Stacey Abrams, who No, let's just refresh. Let's just take a quick refresher. Where's that at? Where you at? Where you at? Ah, there we go.
I'm not always going to only talk about what we can do for black people.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
Okay. Again, now just
I'm
if
not
you
always going to only talk about what we can do for black people.
So I'm not.
Huh. But you want our vote. Well, I have to say this.
Don't try to knock me, player, cause I'll leave your head stale. Light you up real good, you will never get well.
Don't play with us. If you really want our vote and really value our vote, you better give us some tangibles for our vote. I'm not in the state of Georgia, so I cannot vote in the state of Georgia. But guess what? Obviously, the voice of New Black Media, the grassroots, the B1, freedmen, foundational Black Americans has been slapping you in your face tough enough that you understand reparations now is the call and order of the day, as well as justice. Also, letting you know, reparations is a multi-tier plan. And if anybody ever has any questions or wants to consult about what that looks like, just let me know, because I am the author of the Dr. Martin Luther King Reparations Act. So you can definitely check with me if you need to really know how to break what reparations looks like now. Notice how I never you can call me to shit on Michael Jackson on TMZ on national TV, but nobody is asking me about what that's about. Just something to think about, family. That's all I'm saying. Let's see here. So, there we go. So this is her ad. This is close to 5 minutes. We're going to let it run because I want, like I said, tonight's broadcast is about two issues, which I kind of see as one. They're trying to make Stacey Abrams as kind of some woman king. So trying to present her in almost a friendly Lori Lightfoot manner. Because Lori Lightfoot ain't never going to be pulled that off. Like, Lori Lightfoot look like if she get pissed off at a brother, she going to be waiting outside with Newport 100 in her mouth talking about, what's up, nigga? So without further ado, here is the ad for Stacey Abrams.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you? What do you do?
My name's Pierre. I'm actually a product of Clayton County, born and raised. I love it here. Clayton County is often overlooked, but we have a lot of great things to offer, whether it's a state university, an international park, access to every highway, some of the cleanest water in the nation. There's several things that I just enjoy about home. I'm actually a business owner in Forest Park, which is in Clayton County. I have my business, which is Lafayette Tech. But I'm really a product of the community, and I've enjoyed being here, and I would love nothing better than to see Clayton County be great.
What do you think Clayton County needs in terms of recovery from COVID-19?
Access. More than anything else, I think access is what could drive us in the right direction. There's a lot of things that Clayton County doesn't necessarily have that other places may have, whether it be super accessible COVID testing, whether it be PPE, The list goes on. To me, I feel like it's access and information and just getting people knowledgeable about what they can do to be able to help them through COVID-19.
During my time in the legislature, I remember when we fought to make sure we could protect Clayton County schools when they were at risk of being decredited. And I know that you were, I think, in schools during that time.
I was in school. I was actually a junior or a senior. It was super strange for me at that point in time because we didn't know if our high school credits were even going to count towards us being able to go to college. So there was a huge amount of people who were considering whether they were going to go to Fayette County or whether they were going to go to neighboring counties to try and finish out their school year. And it was really interesting because it wasn't any of the students' fault. A lot of it was board level disagreements. Things that were just out of control for the students really ended up affecting the students more than anybody else.
How do you think it affected you and the way you think about what you want to see happen for education here?
It affected a lot of people in my community. A lot of people left. I remember being in school and even some of the students not necessarily knowing whether or not they should take the school year seriously. Like, this doesn't count anyway. And we gotta, as adults now, as me being an adult now, we actually have to be able to look back at the students. But at this point, I just think we should really consider the students a priority because they are the future and we're definitely going to need them. There's no reason why students should feel like they shouldn't or be uncertain about why they're going to school because they're unclear of whether or not it's going to be able to take them to the next level.
So there's been a debate happening in Washington, D.C. about whether or not the people of Georgia, the people of America deserve an additional $1,400, deserve a $2,000 COVID stimulus check to help them survive the winter. Talk about what it means to have leaders in D.C. who come from Georgia and who understand why it's important for us to get the resources we need.
I think it's super, super, super important for people to not even consider the amount of money being increased is just, it's ridiculous. Like, people seriously are struggling. I have family members, I have friends, I have plenty of acquaintances that I know who are unemployed because of the COVID-19 situation. I know business owners who have closed down their shops due to the COVID-19 situation. And everybody hasn't been able to push through and make it through. So it's definitely necessary, and I think it's super important to have people who are rooting for us, the people in the community, to be able to receive those things. How do you feel?
What's so exciting about this moment is that I'm seeing communities that normally don't think about themselves as power players in elections. I see them believing in their power.
Yes.
I see young people showing up and doing their work. You know, I was talking to a few young men earlier who both voted, and it fills my heart with joy when I see us believing in the power we have as voters. Thanks.
See, that's the little short, quick pivot. And this video is almost done, but I wanted to point out that point. See, the work, when we doing the work by voting. No. Other political organizations know we're going to vote. You already know you're going to vote. You know why? Because you have an agenda that you are working behind the scenes tirelessly and effortlessly with all your might, because it means something to you to make sure it gets done for your people. That's how that works. I guess she just didn't know that, being a politician and all.
Thanks for the conversation.
I appreciate you.
Okay. Steakhouse Havens. Oh, jeez. I will vote black men for Stacey Abrams, dude. I have black sons. Okay. All right. I have black sons, and they need to be in a place where they are respected, and the person that has their voice. Stacey Abrams has only started talking about black people when she had to recognize that her numbers sucked. That just makes her like this.
Shade tree nigga.
I mean, so there's nothing really to sit up there and consider about that. Because truth be told, Stacey Abrams feels
And
like
you forget
this.
that it's okay to take the cape off.
But at least she's more obvious and easy to see because, I mean, she could be like this.
Mama, you ain't gonna keep this shit together with Gator gone.
Come here, you little black bitch. That your ass belongs to me. I tell you what you can and can't do with it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I didn't say I was leaving.
Shut up! Now all you whores sit down, I want to talk to you. Anybody thinking about leaving here is going to find my left foot square up their ass. Do you understand it?
Why?
Shut up, you junkie whore! I'm talking to you. And those two bitches that left, they better learn to sell pussy in Iceland, because if I ever see them again, I'm gonna cut their fucking throats. We're a family. And that's what we're gonna stay. I got important business out there today. And when I call you, I want you to come out there and shake your asses proper. You hear? Huh? Now get out there and make it look good. And Raquel, take that fucking jacket off. Move it.
Tori and Ray, my grandma, is not too far away from that, but real more savvy and ladylike. But game wise, Afro Elite, that's Truck Turner, brother. That's man, the great Isaac Hayes, and Nichelle Nichols, man, and Yafia Kodo. Boy, if y'all ain't never seen Yafia Kodo as Blue, y'all don't know what a staunch pimp look like. I don't know what a staunch pimp look like if you ain't seen Blue. Blue so cold, he went to a man's funeral and spit on that man in his coffin. You understand me? This is Harvard Blue. I said, boy, you really do hate that nigga, don't you? I got to get all my little clips and videos in now before we break 1,000, because you know that the copyright claims come and you know they come quick. Well, I wonder, BTS, what's happening? What do I got to do to get close to my check? BTS. Now I believe there's like 2 songs of mine that BTS have made some questionable claims against. It was really popping. Korea? I was like, what the hell is K-pop? Well, they say you got this from BTS. Word? And I just got something hit on Instagram the other day. Like, no, you know this is my shit, right? So who is this in Korea that keep stealing my shit and I'm not getting paid for it? But then all of a sudden somebody want to make some claim against me. Are you kidding? You better go holler at ASCAP and BMI about my business. Oh, yeah, No, send a check. Especially if it's on what do I got to do. I'm a grandfathered artist. I own everything. Publishing, all of that. You got to pay for me for that. You want to play with the big boys, you're going to have to do that. Yeah, blackball artists still come with some perks. You're going to pay me. Yeah, and I'm composer, writer, publisher, producer. All checks come to me. BTS, holla at your boy. We can work something out. We can work something out. But yeah, I'm gonna need mine. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Somebody told me these K-pop, boy. I did not know what the hell K-pop even meant. BTS was making a claim against your video on my birthday. Like all the songs I did are registered under my name as a writer or whatever it needs to be. But what you're talking? Wait, this song? Word? Oh no, it's been a mistake. The hell it has. Family, don't get it twisted. They steal from the least of us. And turn that shit into like a hit. Now, look at me, I'm saying stop. So if you that's me. Gotcha. Like if that's what you did, that's literally my state. So when I sing that, that's literally an homage to my state. Like Damian Lillard says, he wears the letter O. So if you hear me sing, you hear me say that. Also, the other thing that's in my music is A, which is me also shouting out my wife. So, yeah, no, I'm going to need my check. Yeah, holla at me, player. Have to come through you like Darth Outlaw and the bandits of miscreants. You understand? I'll be coming like Darth Outlaw, y'all. Darth Outlaw and the miscreants. You understand? I mean, because hell, if you can't create it, steal it. Cash be walking in back channels like this. I'm about to come and talk about these people, man. You know who they is? Man, come on, man. I got some game for you, pimp. Just got to understand you can't trust them new black media Negroes, man. Look here, baby. I got the game for you, baby. Don't you understand? Sometimes people say, stay on the porch. That's good advice. You should heed it. And if somebody says, don't listen to him, you're going to let him discourage you from going out there and being disruptive, this is what you better say.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Well, you better own your square. You did? So, let's continue on. So, y'all got this whole Stacey Abrams situation going on out here. But we also have the woman king. Unfortunately, we also have other issues that some of these distractions take us away from. So before I get into the woman king and one of these other things that we're being distracted from, I got to do this, family. Just because for sake of journalism. Oh, wait, that's right. I'm not that, right, Roland? Anyway, for sake of media's sake and truth's sake and reality's sake, I have to address this. Well, at least share this. Because, see, we are dealing with protecting our culture. And we have to protect our culture from the mayonnaise militia and the black bean cartel. And somebody gonna get upset about that one. But I mean, I'm just saying. And then from the other life rafts hangers ons that are now saying that, hey, we created your culture. Well, as we are well acquainted with how white supremacy works here in America, with all of these tethers are acting like they are still kind of stupid. Yes, stupid, and acting oblivious to, because you are so short-sighted in only looking at your group, not realizing that you were opening the door for an entirely different group.
Period I, period 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 I, period period I, period period I, period I am period you are period I am period you are period my bag is period your bag is period 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 I am period you are period I am period you are period 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 I am period you are period I am period you are period
I mean, I'm damn near ready to just end this stream, man. Can I make it through without cussing? I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, family. Oh, oh, Lord. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It Beatzilla After Dark. Oh. Oh. This is why we absolutely have to gatekeep our culture. You understand me? At least that made sense. Word? Word? Black Mama, I see you. Hey. Oh, wow. Wow. I seen that. I'm like, are you kidding? Y'all ain't serious with it. Stop. Oh my God. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Lord. Okay, so here's something else that just happened. Y'all might have learned about your boy at CNN. I think it might have been Brother Torian, or I think it was Brother Torian that brought up the fact that the Don Lemonade has been demoted. Don Lemon from CNN is now joining a morning program. So from being in a position to where, the Rothschild offspring, Anderson Cooper, has always held for so long. You had Don Lemon right around that. And then you also had Cuomo. Well, Cuomo now ousted. He has a new channel coming out. I can't help but. And family, I'm not saying this for certain, and I'm not 100% clear. So I will just say that my speculation or conjecture or theory about the person behind Cuomo's new show is Byron Allen. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyway, this brother has lost his primetime position because, again, he has lost all effectiveness amongst our community, and rightfully so, because we don't really rock with him like that. And now that the fake Negro whispers are being exposed for basically not being Negro whisperers, their handlers are choosing to do them. And of course, so for anybody out there would wonder, well, why won't you come to these guys' defense? Because they were always at offense against us and you, by the way, those who are under the banner of what we fight for. Of course, there's coons that be like, no, we want acceptance. No, damn all this empowerment. Well, I mean, what we gonna do with empowerment? Man, you mean to tell me that we gotta do this all on our own when white folks have done all of this good stuff for us? What you mean? I ain't talking about them. If y'all don't think they exist, you see what I didn't just make up what I said. Jeez. Ooh, my experience with coons.
Opportunity that I can't pass up at this network, and we have a new boss,
a whole nother book,
is a morning show impresario, and he wants a morning show that will kick off the editorial direction of the network every single day. And I am honored that he asked me to do it. And for all of those who are out there saying, "Oh, he moved me," and he asked me, and I said yes. I could have said no. This is.
New black media whooped your ass. And old Beatzilla over here has been telling you for about 8 months now. Put your money in the bag. because we got this bag. You will go broke if you don't want to put your money on us. Put your money in the bag because we got this bagged up. So go ahead and cry your tears, Don. Let's hear it.
It's my show. I have a contract for this show. I decided that I would take him up on that and take this journey with him. So this is not someone moving me. And by the way, this is not someone saying you must move to the right, Don Lemon, and you must not be so, give so much of your perspective. None of that has happened. All of that is fodder for Twitter, which is not real. So stop it. I was not demoted. None of that. This is an opportunity. This is a promotion. This is an opportunity for me to create something around.
The opportunity came to you, Don, because the left-wing pandering pivot no longer exists. That's why they told you we're doing something else. I don't need you to sit up there and tell me why your ass got your shit rearranged. We know why. Because we're the ones making them do it. The truth ain't stopping. This is a foolproof, full steam ahead train. And you can't stop the truth. Period. We are operating in truth, logic, and honesty. That's why a lot of tethers have a big problem with this movement going on. And all the tethers, always remember, your biggest enemy is that biggest tether, because they are the one that everyone aspires to get close to, because they're the closest to the biggest fish. So they see. Just a feather in the cap to understand how to kind of navigate your days with these people. But nonetheless, you will also have other people who will come in the mist, because when things get too positive, you'll get people in here that start throwing monkey wrenches out there, because they now have to say, whoa, whoop. I've got my marching orders. I'm going to create a problem for the grassroots. I'm going to start getting out here and I'm going to talk crazy with all of my magical wizard's power. Black nationalists.
Yeah, what you thought? Black again, bitch. I just don't give a fuck. I'm gonna figure out where she stays, and I'm gonna threaten the bitch. That's what I'm gonna do, Twitter. That's exactly why I tell you all, I'll put their kids in the motherfucking dirt. This is why these white motherfuckers think twice about Dr. B. Because they know I'll pull up and I'll kill them. Bitch, you were gonna come in here and just get to listen, little bitch? No, we'll put a bullet in your fucking head. Bring your bitch ass up. Mute your motherfucking mic, bitch. I haven't given you permission to speak in this goddamn room. Mute your fucking mic, bitch ass up. Now, I'm just straight up and kill. Every time I get on this app, I'm just thinking about who the fuck wants to feel one of these shares. Who?
This is the Weekly Wrap-Up.
Living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master ice. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Yes, indeed. So, let's get to this Woman King thing. Smooth rap, that's Metal Face, Doom. Rest in peace, MF Doom. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We gotta first address what's going on. So, I'm sure most of y'all have received the news that Marcus Vineyard, not just New York City or Washington, D.C., but yes, Marcus Vineyard, not even Kamala Harris's home address, but no, even the Marcus Vineyard addresses of the presidential fraternity. Oh no, we're gonna drop these off on y'all. Ain't this the Democratic area that where all of y'all stay at? This is where all y'all got property over here, right? Well, here, yeah, this is all for you. Go ahead. This is where the president come to vacation at, right? Because immigrants, all of you people who are not black, all of you non-black, non-citizens, you are the future of America. Because let's just remember, StreamYard, we are back. Yeah, we back like this.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Oh, Lord.
There's activists here, Jose, that are saying that these people were victims of human trafficking. They want an investigation from the Justice Department onto what Governor DeSantis is doing, what Governor Greg Abbott is doing, because they're saying that these people are being abused and used to bring a border crisis deeper into the country. Now, I can tell you they are not angry at Ron DeSantis. They are actually thanking him for having brought them to Martha's Vineyard, where they were very well received. But other people, well, they're saying they're being used as political pawns. They don't resent it for now, and they know they're the lucky ones.
For those who are unfamiliar with where I am from, this might sound vaguely familiar. They always often say that a lot of these cult groups are test runs for the government. Well, we had a group here called the Rajneeshis. I can't help but look. Something the Rajneeshis did, and if y'all have been following me for a while, we went and I played some old stuff about them. They literally had black folks, white folks, but particularly the black folks from the Midwest who were homeless and needed somewhere to be. They went and picked out a rural area of Oregon where now you would most likely know from the Bundy family. But back then, it was where the Rajneeshis were before the Bundys helped run them out of town. So these people had people going out to the street, Skid Row per se, in all of these different towns, giving them work on their commune while making them citizens of that county, which if you're adding to the citizenship of a county in your area, you might end up being the strongest voter bloc. With them doing that, seizing the political leverage in where they were in their county, understanding the political makeup of the state and how that fit in, well, they put themselves in a good position. And these SWSs went completely on alert. Because it's one thing, well, you were getting these people over here to do whatever. We were cool with you getting these Negroes from Detroit and Chicago and the slums of LA and Skid Row, and this is all good. But all of a sudden, they're voting members of society, registered members of the state, registered members of the county. All of a sudden, the federal government comes out of nowhere and gets involved. Later on, we had something like the Davidians. So just to put the perspective, been there, done that. This is something that these people do. Yes, indeed. Why didn't Biden fall through that deep crack with Elizabeth and the earth over curly girl? Joe Biden is basically a standing marionette puppet at this point. However, they're getting to reap all the benefits of what they set people up to have to deal with, which is unrelenting immigration.
Morning already. We are going live to pictures from Washington, D.C. And the latest report is that there have been immigrants by bus dropped off at Vice President Kamala Harris's residence. This is just outside her home. You can see from these pictures dozens, I would say more than 100. I don't know if there are multiple hundreds of people outside on the lawn there, but not a small number of people outside, not the White House, but Vice President Harris's home address. You are looking live in Washington, D.C. This is the latest breaking news, potentially another contention between Governor Greg Abbott of Texas and the northeastern cities that he has deemed a home for those who have crossed illegally into the country, getting the attention of the federal government. That's what he says his intentions are, to make sure that they know exactly what border towns along our border with Mexico are actually dealing with. The inundation of people, a lack of resources. Washington, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser has now asked for the federal government to step in. They have not taken any action yet, but Mitch.
Here's where being a traitor, Miriam Bowser, this is where this comes in at. See, for Texas, their government knows better. They're right there in Mexico. They know how it affects them. They told y'all. Abbott knew how it affected them. So, okay. He got the backing of the rich dollars in his state. We're going to get them people out of here. You don't hear nobody in Texas bucking. There's nobody in Texas bucking that them people are getting busted up out of there. None of them. No big protest. Stop busing the people to D.C. Stop busing them to... Where's the protest for that? Instead, they're like, oh, yeah. So, Roe v. Wade, man, if the Republicans win, man, Roe v. Wade, man, wow. You literally got in office promising these fence hoppers asylum. Here's the point. The reason why you promised them that is to make sure we don't get reparations. And now your hatred and disdain and efforts against foundational Black American freedmen, the chickens are coming home to roost. And rightfully so, because you deserve it, bastard. These are the things, and I don't expect everybody to be like me, but family, these people who would do this to a existence and then tell you that get over it, because this is what they want you to do. They've never had to be forced to confront their devilish ways, so it's better for them to stay in the position that they were, spiritually and mentally. They just can't do it publicly now. That's why they tell you get over it. That's why they fight against CRT. It's fighting against changing who they always been. Black people have given these people a false pass. And what's so crazy about it, just to show you how crazy it really is, the pass that Black folks have given white folks comes in Dr. Martin Luther King's blood. Your acceptance literally comes through that man being shot in the head. How did you win? For joining up with the people who helped that trigger get pulled. How? Somebody told you did the right thing, though.
This is certainly the sight to see, all of these people just standing around on the front yard of the Vice President of the United States.
Yes, this is the Naval Observatory there in Washington.
Say that one more time.
This is the Naval Observatory there, and that is the official residence of the Vice President. So Kamala Harris is living and working there, and these immigrant buses have been dropped off right there. They've been put in her lap, essentially. It seems like this is an increasingly aggressive campaign, not only from Governor Abbott, but you just heard Dre Clark's report about migrants being sent to Martha's Vineyard. Now, that's an island, so he's flying them from Florida on a plane to Martha's Vineyard. Now you have immigrants being dropped off in front of the vice president's residence. The goal of these border governors is to bring this issue home to people that don't usually have to deal with it. Governors Abbott in Texas, Ducey in Arizona, now DeSantis in Florida have been saying for months, this shouldn't be just our problem. And in the last 3 or 4 months or so, they have decided it's not just going to be our problem. And you are seeing evidence of that at the Naval Observatory, the residence of the Vice President Kamala Harris right now.
Well, now. Oh, that reminds me. There is something I need to read something for y'all. Is this it? Silent D Productions in the house. Okay, I see you in the house. Hey fam, just logging in from busting rounds, doing DoorDash, catching replays. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, you guys got you running that DoorDash. Hey, I feel you, brother. You know, I'm sure there's people up there that be like, oh man, that's a name, that's a foundational Black American name. That ain't Ubuntu. And again, not crapping on any of the black first family out there, but you know, let me see. We got to keep it 1,000. Where is that? I got that. Bear with me 1 second. Because I wanted to. No, I don't really even know if that's even necessary, but I wanted to read to y'all some of. Oh, okay. Stacey Abrams, when she's talking about like the black men and whatnot. Yeah, we do that. Just over there. I thought I had it. Okay. Yes. So I want to read this for y'all. And this is Stacey Abrams' agenda, I guess. Matter of fact, let me turn it this way. Okay. So Stacey Abrams' Black Men's Agenda. We deserve leadership that sees us, that serves us, and that believes in us. Stacey is committed to investing in black men, their families, and their businesses by leveraging Georgia's $5 billion surplus, a plan that economists agree will not raise taxes. But Stacey,
I'm not always going to only talk about what we can do for black people.
So I'm not going to say.
But you have to begin. So this is now a false beginning after that video, mind you. So let's go ahead and read this. Because now we have to do damage control because you know why you're failing. You know. Let's see. Economic security. Provide capital and contract opportunities for black small businesses. Establish a $10 million small business investment fund. That is no longer exclusive to black folks by name. Next, eliminate fees and red tape to start your own business. Again, not solely descriptive. Third, increase purchasing from black-owned businesses by state entities. Okay, that's the first. All right. Allow multiple small companies to jointly bid on state contracts as prime contractors. Now, there's where the white woman tethering part comes in at. Or any other on paper slightly off white. Let me read that again. Allow multiple small companies to jointly bid on state contracts as prime contractor. That's one of those lines to where that's a ready-made, built-in, hey, black folks, don't worry, because we got this black and brown coalition over here. They're ready to step in, and then the brown is ready, like, because the Latinos are ready to work, and we're ready to put our hands to the grindstone. Stop. Next, close the gap between minority and non-minority business revenues in 6 to 8 years. See, let me go back to the top of this. What to say? Stacey Abrams' Black Men's Agenda. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that's what I was reading. Does this sound like a black men's agenda? Next, create a $5 million family farms initiative to aid small and micro farms with financing. None of these are really yet specific. Have you not noticed? Okay, so here's the next section. Put money back in your pockets. Number one, tax rebates for everyone making less than $250,000 a year. That's not something for black men or black families, Stacey. That's everyone as it's written. Next, in wage theft and misclassification, in parentheses, treating employees as independent contractors. Well, wait a minute. Back in the last thing you just said, allow multiple companies to jointly bid on state contracts as prime contractors. But now you're saying in wage theft and misclassification. And the meaning of that is treating employees as independent contractors. Okay. All right. That is a way to exclude people, by the way, if you're not understanding what I'm talking about. Put money back in your pockets. Okay, yes. Enforce employment regulations in cooperation with the labor commissioner. There's a parentheses like reference, but it's not in the ordinance that you're presenting. So I don't need a subsequent like, well, this is what happened. So we're going to lift our boat. No, address the group. You said this was a black men's agenda. Address the black men. This woman is so Hillary Clinton-esque. It ain't funny. I mean, boy, oh boy. Stacey Abrams comes off as a white stud. Let's see. So next, criminal justice and public safety. Get ready for this one. Focus law enforcement resources on serious violent crime. Number 1, support legislation to decriminalize marijuana and end poverty-based criminal penalties. What the hell does that mean? Anyway, number 2, repeal extreme gun laws, including criminal carry and close loopholes. Repeal extreme gun laws, including criminal carry and close loopholes. Something in that doesn't sit right with me. Something in that one is really not sitting right with me. Repeal extreme gun laws, including criminal carry and close, including criminal carry. Criminals can't carry firearms. So what is she advocating here? This particular line almost sounds like something put in place just in case somebody set the McMichaels free. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm hearing this wrong. Maybe I'm reading I've repetitively read it, so I'm still reading the same, but it just seems to me like this is a early provision for letting the McMichaels out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Next, restore diversion programs and restore Scare Straight and reentry programs to support housing, health care, and employment. You don't say. I know a great speaker that speaks for a program called the African American Program, and you can instill that. Also, I know another person and spokesperson that can speak for liberation literacy, that can give literacy in the empowerment sector within the prison. I do know somebody that could possibly facilitate that if you were interested. So, I mean, if you guys, I know all these people, oh, well, this and that. Yeah, well, okay. I didn't write this particular piece of educational literature, but I support it. And so, hey, from Louisville to Portland, Oregon, yes, you can get the African American, which is, foundational Black American specific involving that nationwide, repairing the community that has to go inside from whatever condition they were in. Yeah, you go ahead and holler at me. Since things are opening back up, yes, if you guys are needing public speaking back in your functions to understand how to interact, just let us know. Let's see, where are we going? Hold law enforcement accountable, like the George Floyd Act. Oh, okay, never mind. Require accountability for law enforcement and correctional officers. Ooh. Track officers with records of bad behavior and prevent them from getting a new job. Oh, you know how we say they're not fired, they're just transferred? Hey, create state guidelines that address use of force, de-escalation, and crisis intervention. Damn, that's funny. Damn, Stacey, I could kind of man. I mean, if it wasn't for Fonnie Willis and you kind of pump her up like she's cool. I mean, we see how Fannie using RICO charges to go ahead and charge Black rappers while you're sitting up there full of the Klan. And I'm talking about you have 60, well, no. 90 plus years of the Klan that have never left that Stone Mountain area. I don't know. What are we talking about now? I don't know. See, these people come around us and then they talk crazy. Well, crazy is ending in this season. Welcome to the new world, ladies and gentlemen. We are not easily smoke screened, but we never really were. So before we get further into this ridiculous, like I said, when they start praising things, y'all need to start paying attention. Like, what's wrong? There's something wrong. But nonetheless, let's go here first.
Of law. I also want to talk about the 14th Amendment, which was added to the Constitution in regards to blacks being given birthright citizenship because blacks helped build this country, including the White House twice. Please do not tarnish the name of black slaves by comparing them to your plight. There's no comparison, none. Black slaves did not break into this country, okay? They were brought here against their will. Also, black slaves are not immigrants. Immigrants are people with a choice. They come here by choice. Black slaves didn't have a choice. That's offensive to me because I'm a descendant of a black slave. And trust me, Ancestry.com's work, and I can trace my people back from when they landed here on the boat. I know the village where my people came from in Africa. Okay? So please do not try to get away with using that. That's very offensive. This country has been good to illegal immigrants. You have been given jobs, houses, tax money, free tax money, welfare, Social Security. They open a business for you guys, etc. I don't know of any illegal aliens who have been hung from a tree. I don't know any of them illegal aliens who have dogs been sick on. So that's very offensive for you to sit up here and allow these people to say that and get away with it, thinking people going to feel sorry for them. That's very offensive, okay? Do the right thing. My people get 3 strikes. I have a nephew in jail now, 22 years for something he didn't do. My people commit a crime, they go to jail. Your people commit a crime, they get amnesty. It is wrong. You know what it's called? It's called apartheid, and we're not going to have it. We're not going to have a set of laws for you people and a set of laws for us. And if you can't follow the law, talking about perish, your job needs to perish. You're getting paid with taxpayers' money, and you're misappropriating taxpayers' money when you pick up your check.
Who can front on that? Oh, I know.
First was the controversial Reverend Jeremiah Wright.
I say America, America's mother, America's daddy, America can eat a dick, America can lick the balls.
I'm just saying. I mean, for all the things they will say that we are supposed to tolerate, but family, let me remind you of something.
The children into it any more than we have to. We're doing it for the children, but I don't feel that they are old enough to understand the problem as it is.
Do you think a Negro family moving here will affect the community as a whole?
Definitely.
In what way?
I think that, well, the property values will immediately go down if they are allowed to move in here in any number.
And what of the dream of middle-class respectability? If a Negro family can afford what you can afford, how do you justify your feeling of superiority? What other objections?
If they do not have to feel any pressure but feel comfortable, their pressure is us having equal. Because what's important is their feeling of superiority. That right there is giving you the psyche and understanding of years, half a century's worth of anti-black sentiment. Only thing that changed was how you dealt with it, how you were groomed to deal with it, how you were groomed to accept it. What about the people whom inflicted it? They haven't had to do any healing, no therapy, no changing. All they got to do is find ways to make what they have already done acceptable. So now we're hearing that little white kid shouldn't have to feel some kind of way. Wrong. How do you think a future changes? By the future knowing the truth, not hinging their futures on your old lies because you were not willing to be honest. Also, this.
I think you're right there. I would not limit our employment demands to Negroes. I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as Negroes.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Yeah, this is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, yes, sir, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture.
Well, they do fit into it.
No, the problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
If a dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi, he probably would be lynched too.
Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched.
No, they don't.
It's the Negro here, and as long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your home that he desires.
You're not aware of the fact, are you, that African students have been arrested in our demonstrations in the South?
When they
speak French.
When they have been mistaken for the so-called Negro in America, they've been arrested.
What I'm saying is...
What I'm saying is, see, you're going to argue. Don't y'all see this happening right now by the likes of people like this? And their hearts.
No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine.
And for those people of Luke's ilk,
to watch these old niggas.
So I'm saying, y'all got to get used to how you have to deal with these people. And sometimes, you know, you may have to be a little abrasive. It's all right.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Because sometimes people just have to know. So let's see, where we going here? So with that being said, we gonna hit that that break part of the evening, and I think I know what to play today. Because see, we have a lot of people around us, like, and we're gonna kind of really get into this whole woman king thing. Remember, Woman King fans who say that we're sending a message to Hollywood with not supporting it. The only message we are sending is that we will not be tricked by your most dangerous tethers. And that's their problem, family. So trust me, let's just get ready. We're gonna get blamed for this flopping. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna take a brief break. So yes, quick commercial, and then we're going into our song of the evening, and then we will come wrap up. Or not wrap up, but we'll come with the end segment of tonight's broadcast. So with that being said, again, shout out and congratulations to our brother Tariq Nasheed, who has secured the location for the donation of the Hidden History Museum. All hate that went to that brother talking about scamming, there's a building present. I would hope all the subs and everything that has came through, because most of the people that have always had something to say have never had to live on the West Coast. So things like, you know, out here, y'all see how it happened for this rapper? So people out here don't really take things like what, let me say it like this. A person that's in the jungle will never concern themselves with what a weak nigga got to say. Period. That shit sound cool to you and your friends. We all know you, cover your children's ears, but we all know you pussy. So, like, y'all have to understand, when y'all deal with real individuals, some things can get done. And it's cool. At the same time, you'll have people out here trying to talk and tarnish whatever you're trying to do because they're not really about positivity. When you see they're not about positivity, let them go. Can you dig it? So once again, shout out to our brother Tariq Nasheed. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
We've been sleeping too long. We've been sleeping too long. Wake up, 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 wake up. 'Cause we've been sleeping too long. We've been sleeping too long. Assalamu alaikum, man. Peace go with your brother, man. Inhale that cake to keep the peace, man. To keep the peace, man. It's funny when you're looking at your brother, man. And he acting like the mothers, man. Because I'm from the country, man. I can tell the difference, man. We see the world differently. But all them skinnies and them yoga pants, we had them southern girls with them fat bodies. I grew up with a whole bunch of Mexicans, and we was way back some niggas before Trump, man. Trump, man. And I ain't talking immigrants, I'm talking about U.S. citizens being killed by U.S. citizens. America, that's where we live. Wake up, 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 wake up. 'Cause we've been sleeping too long. We've been sleeping too long. Wake up, 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 wake up. 'Cause we've been sleeping too long. We've been sleeping too long.
Wrote a letter to the president, he tweeted in response. Forget about your residence, your daddy and your mom. Sitting in the synagogue and burning the Quran. Another psychedelic, no another Vietnam. I'm thinking I don't wanna get another job, and I don't wanna get another boss. And we don't wanna take another loss. Everybody wanna floss, they don't wanna pay the cost. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up in the morning feeling light. Solar rays eliminate the night. Polish have eliminate my vice. No comparison to Christ, but I'm trying to get it right. I've been thinking they can never seen a dead man incriminate a popo. To tell him he deserve it, he invisible and loco. Playing with our minds, but they never take our soul though. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, like the song go.
Wake up, 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 wake up. 'Cause we've been sleeping too long. We've been sleeping too long. Wake up, 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 wake up. 'Cause we've been sleeping too long. We've been sleeping too long. Tick faster, that'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix faster. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. All right, all right, all right. We are back. All right. Lois Hub, welcome. I see you new in the chat. Oh, the artist of that, if you saw at the end, it all came up at the end of that last video. That is my partner, Tony Ozier, aka Dookie Green. Matter of fact, I still have yet to announce this, but we do have something coming up soon. So I guess in a little over a month from now, for those who've been wondering, when's the next time y'all gonna be on stage together? Well, next month. Not only that, for those who know, I will put it this way. We will all be together for what you know us as. So if you're an old Dookie head, if you're an old school Dookie head and Dookie fan, if you're a Do the Funk All-Star fan, we will all be together the next time you see me on stage with the Do the Funk All-Stars. And I do mean all. So, you know. But we're yet to break that out. I mean, you know. Again, shout out to MTV for the early write-up. It's good, you know, as a blackballed artist to be still considered like a legend. Like, yeah, you never let me flourish, you know, for good reason, because I do this. See, this is how you know when people are really worth their salt. Like, now people can say, like, oh, I see exactly why they blackballed you. The only thing is, you didn't know anybody else talking this back then. No, back then people would be like, man, you nuts. Shit. Look at how things played out today. I don't think so. There's a lot of rich people who can never, ever say their truth. because then you're going to have an old picture coming up with them and some old wrinkled little hatter with his rod in his mouth, giving him thumbs up. Yeah. I'm in. Rap career is sold. Speaking of rap careers, and this is something that a few of us kind of loosely address, and I guess I'll loosely address it again. For all of you aspiring rappers, if a bald-head Arab comes your way and says he can give you the greatest independent deal, take a pass. That would be my suggestion. You get one of these bald-head Arabs to come around and they start talking to you, and, you know, the conversations start going certain ways. Say about what you can do, and, you know, and hey, I got connections here and there, and I can change this or that. These are the things y'all have to be mindful of, family. Because then you start going down the slope of being bought and paid for, regardless if you know you're being bought and paid for. Even sometimes they will sell you your own demise as it's a benefit to your people. No, your enemy does not operate like that. Your enemy only operates in means of destruction for you and your people. Has that ever changed? So now we have people that will come around and tell us, well, no, that ain't what this is. That ain't what that is. Really? Why would you come around us to tell us this? So a lot of people want us to gravitate toward the woman king. Let me get on in here. Let me get these in here. Bear with me 1 second. Because y'all have to hear how they're selling this. And the way they're selling the woman king is almost how they are selling. Let's see. That one. Let's do this. Let me see if I can get all of these in here. Let's do all of them. Let's see what we can do. Looks like that works. Okay. So as I'm uploading these clips, family, so y'all know this woman king thing is really a celebration of strong black defeat. So they're selling it as it's something that it's not. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started here. They're almost all in. All right, we're almost there. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Oh, all right, there we go. We got them all. All right. Okay, so number one, let's go here.
Film. Now, I've seen some people saying that it's not honest about the slave trade, But it is. They're just not putting that in the ad campaign. But when you go and see the movie, you will see that is very much, it's one of the main elements of the film. Because slavery has been an evil on earth for centuries among many civilizations. The Romans, depicted in Gladiator, Vikings, depicted in the Northmen. But tragically, the raping of Africa, and I use that term for a reason, which I'll talk about in a moment when it comes to the script. But that Africa was the gold rush of slavery. And this is the first mainstream film that I've seen that addresses that it was African kingdoms themselves who rounded up slaves for the European traders who basically just picked them up in port with the African, and the African kingdoms not only sold their prisoners of war from other African kingdoms, but they even sold their own people in some cases. And this movie discusses that. And it also points out that the human product was worth just so much money, the temptation to many African kings was just too great. But they also point out that it was a very short-sighted situation. You know,
What felt different was ownership, agency, controlling my voice. That's what felt different. What felt different was, for me, it's just our production company, me and my husband, Juvie Productions, we produced it. It's our story. There is no white savior in the movie. There's none. We save ourselves. We shot in the motherland, you know, that's what felt different.
Even where we are right now, this is just the beginning because we haven't seen the effects of the film, like, in society. Like, it's gonna be a movement in itself, that's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm honored to be a part of telling a story like this that is long overdue, that is very much needed, that will hopefully change how society views women, views black women, views dark-skinned black women.
Uh-huh. We have more, but I just needed to cut in right there. Did y'all hear the agenda piece? About, and again, you know, man, Viola, you're not being honest, sis. This is the team, along with her husband and their production company. But let's keep it a buck. You don't get greenlit in Hollywood with a black production company. No. So first off, top left, that's the big wig. To her right, her second in command, and under her is her third. So then comes Miss Viola Davis's production company. That gets this brother here in this nasty ass wig. I mean, why are you up there looking like Ike Turner? And let's keep it a buck. Here's another thing that they're doing. Those hairstyles are not African. Africans don't rock afros. Moors have always been the known rock afros if they're not in their turbans. But this right here, no. Now, if you want to know an identifier of a person who was going into slavery, that they could identify. You see his hair? Yeah. You want to know why they're not screaming woke around this movie? That's why. There's a lot of, man, this is these people when they think about black empowerment.
Lead us
family.
not into temptation, but deliver us.
So there ain't going to be no damn celebration like that idiot that always keeps calling in our Twitter spaces. The Congo. And you know why now I figured out why he was talking about the damn Congo and none other than Louis Armstrong, because there's a Louis Armstrong piece coming out on, I believe, Amazon. So there's a documentary coming out on Louis Armstrong. So I'm assuming that this fictitious teacher with all the wrong information must be credited with this project. So we're messing up the bag. So you got to send somebody out there to, hey, no, he was from the Congo, and Congo Square is where they was the slave masters was gonna name that after the slaves because they loved the slaves and the way they danced and made music so much they would call it Congo Square. The reason why it's called Congo Square is because they probably can't call it its original name. Stupid. Here's how white supremacy works. It's called Congo Square in name. If they called it Congo Square, do you know what that name really was? Stupid. And this is how we know y'all people ain't been around white supremacy like we have. You think Congo was what they called it? Oh, that's Congo Square. Look at them making all that music and dancing and doing their thing. What do you think they call that place? Man, it's called Congo Square today. You need to be slapped. Stop bringing your coon ass around us talking like we don't know white supremacy. These people were doing the most. So taking slights at foundational black Americans was part of American history. That again lets me know that Shah is a tether. And that's why the tethers always show different type of behavior. Same as the ones who are championing Viola Davis. Here's another part. Aren't the Africans always complaining about foundational black Americans playing African characters? Viola Davis is literally being celebrated about this role. Let's see why.
When I was talking to Lashana Lynch, she said, you know, I'm tired of these black movies it just being a moment. And for some reason, she felt like this isn't just a moment. This can be the new normal going forward. And that wasn't what I planned to ask you today, but that resonated with me. What do you think about that in terms of moving forward and making this normal? Because this carpet feels different for me. I've been doing this for a while.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree. But here's the thing I'm going to add to that.
Okay.
It will just be a moment if people don't come see the movie.
Hey, you heard?
Okay?
That's right.
Because you're sending a very clear message to a machine called Hollywood. A machine called Hollywood is interested in green. It just is. It is what I do. So if you don't come see it, then you're sending a message that black women cannot lead the box office globally. That you are supporting that narrative. And if you want to normalize it, come see it the same way you would, the same way you would Black Panther, Spider-Man. Iron Man, Spider-Man, or any other movie that doesn't have any of us in it.
Yeah.
Or one or two of us in it.
Kind of interesting how she mentions everything but Star Wars. But that is neither here nor there. I guess Ray. Okay. Oh, that's why she didn't mention Star Wars. Got it. Anyway, I just can't help but notice her making the see, here we go again. But see, when we do things like this, family, you always gotta look. No, because those of us who have watched Hollywood long enough and watched show business long enough, sister, tell that to the dum-dums. But don't come telling that to us. They didn't put this out because this was going to be some kind of big representation of us. If you don't come out, it's showing Hollywood because they're about the green. That's what I do. Thank you, Viola. Thank you for now showing us and telling us that you are exactly like Steve Harvey. Not that I would have ever considered any different. You know, I have never filed for my SAG card or SAG card. I've never gave a crap about getting my SAG card. I've been eligible since 1994. I only got to pay $35 and I can get a Grammy vote. I don't give a damn about that because it's all bullshit to me. But the reason why it is because I've seen it. So I know what it is. You know good and damn well what the business is. And this is what it is. Whether you like it or not. Whether you're on a large scale or a small scale. When you hear somebody say, well, the industry is all about green, it's no longer about representation. It's no longer about your crew. It's no longer about your community or the future of empowerment. What you got is a nice house, a nice little place in society. And this is what you do. So to sell us outside of your detachment, never ever give false credit to a person who was born on a plantation that they still hold camaraderie with the people that represent the plantation. Because some of them people hate that past of theirs, and they hate those of us who remind them of it. So if we're not supporting what despises us, then we're telling the people who already despise us the most on the planet, what? What do you think you're telling somebody who hates your guts? That we didn't come out to support something that actually is the backdrop of our slavery in this country? Because that's what Woman King is based on. This is literally talking about and promoting a black woman slaver of foundational black Americans. But if we don't get her in, her ass is born. Why do you think they all of a sudden can find a foundational black American born on a plantation to now go to Africa? None of the white folks are coming out talking about, man, this movie is just ultra woke, because she's the Woman King. Where the white men she slaying? Whoops. Because when we had Harriet Tubman, we got Cynthia Erivo. But now you go over here. You come over here to get this woman born on the plantation. You got Cynthia Erivo to try to play Aretha Franklin. But now Viola Davis is who you look for and welcoming with open arms in the continent of Africa to portray a character that actually existed in history when Chadwick Boseman caught flack for portraying a fake character. Hope y'all are paying attention. Woman King. Nah, this is Woman Demon in black skin. Shout out Barack Obama. Because this is what we're looking at right here. You literally looking at female Barack Obama and they celebrating it. Like, yeah, see, this is black women standing up. You are an enslaver of your own folks. The hell are we celebrating? Because you're black? And you called yourself a title of a man? Woo! Good Lord. Anyway, moving right on along. Here is another person that they promoted. Here is a obviously black Latino who has fell in love with cake soap.
That is something that actors enjoy doing, but we do. So.
Yeah. And how does it feel to have its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival?
As I said, I've never been before, so it's a first for me. I'm so proud to be a part of this film. So to have it kind of premiered on such a big stage here at TIFF is an honor, and it feels fitting. It feels right. It feels like what the film deserves.
When you first see Viola Davis in the film, you can't help but gasp at her power. What was it like to see her on set?
She's amazing. I just wish I had scenes with her. I don't have any scenes like directly with her in the film, but she's amazing. Even to just watch her work, her focus, her attention to everything. But on top of all of that, not just looking after herself, looking after everyone else on set. She's amazing. My only regret is not having any scenes with her directly. Yeah.
And another incredible talent is Gina. You know,
Yes.
as a director, we've been fans of her for a long time, since Love and Basketball. What was it like to be on set with her and be directed by her?
I don't know how she manages to keep everything so chill and so calm and so relaxed. And that's what you need in any kind of leader in any walk of life. You need your leader to just, make everyone a bit more chill, grounded, composed. And she does that. I feel like even on the most stressful days on set, she just rocks up. What's going on? I'm chill, so now you all have to be chill. Just enjoy it, do your work. And she exudes this kind of energy that's just like, no, we got this. We're all here for a reason. She trusts us, and you can really feel it. I feel like all the time as actors we say like directors are collaborative, but Gina really, really does listen to every note that you have as an actor and tries to incorporate it, and saw that firsthand. And I would love to work with her again. I had so much fun. She's amazing, so we love Gina.
Well, Hero finds Tiffin. Congratulations on the film, and have fun tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I will.
well done.
Thank
It's
you, guys.
incredible.
Appreciate
Yes.
you. Thank you so much.
Down here and see the
Enjoy.
band.
Have y'all ever seen a dude for the very first time, or a woman for that matter, and said, that's cake soap? Wait a minute. Something off here. Hold on. Something wrong here. Oh, man, that's cake soap. This dude, and no shade, but this dude is like the successful attempt of Adonis. I mean, no shade, but this dude literally turned out how Adonis was shooting. This is what he was shooting for. Man, they gonna like me. He said that wig though. New John P. Kick gravity. They don't know like I said, how are you straining on your own record? You straining in the studio, you know you got like 1,000 takes, dude. This was the best. Like, you got label time. Like, this is it. Like, why R&B records sound like it was rushed? Like, you know, Babyface. So he said, I only got an hour to spend on you, right? I mean, why does that record sound like that? And sidebar, y'all got me sidetracked. Anyway, let's get back to the Cake Soap John B over here, and so here's some more of them talking about this.
Hi, Benny, and I'm back with another fashion roundup. This week, we're talking about the Woman King premiere in Nigeria. Let's get into it. Of course, I had to start with the Yabo. Give Nigerians a reason to dress up, and they show up with a horse. A horse. This woman puts the E in extra, and honestly, I'm liking it. E for effort, because the time and dedication that went into this look, the makeups. One question, who does Uti think he is? Actually love this look. It's giving goddess. This red robe is honestly giving ritualist. Cases, I'll give it to her. Looking simple but classy. This is actually beautiful. They look like royalty. Like, can I just say gold on black skin? And that's it for today. Let us know your favorite looks from the event and see you next week.
When you see them, the people who would normally be talking crap about us, like, oh yes, look how that came out. Oh yes, this is so great. Time to go on alert. Kid Gravity said he finna play Klay Thompson in the Steph Curry biopic. Why they got him looking like Flex when he was playing Michael Jackson. If y'all have never seen Flex as Michael Jackson, I would advise you to go treat yourself on a screenshot. I just got a notification of Miss Strella going live. What did this dude out here do to Miss Strella? Boy, boy, boy. You dudes better act right, because you know the real ones get the real. Well, you know you what? Whoops. Woman King earns $1.7 million. Thank you, Kid Gravity. Thank you. I got it. Ooh-wee. Well, this is not looking good so far. So, here's something that we will probably be blamed for. But let me just say right now, the idea of the movie sucked. We were never on board with that. And just to put it in perspective. No. Sorry. No. This is not what we were doing. This right here. No. The fake African in the Ike Turner wig. No. Because y'all was going for all kind of aesthetics. Wasn't nobody that she was sitting next to wearing an afro unless she betrayed him. Now, let's read this. This is from the Wrap. This came out an hour ago. Quote, The Woman King, the historical action epic starring Viola Davis, took in $1.7 million at the box office from its Thursday night preview screening. It's not great at all. Which opened at 3 p.m. on 3,271 screens. The Sony and E1 film will launch at 3,765 locations this weekend. In its opening weekend, the studio projects, quote, Woman King to earn $12 million against a $50 million budget. This weekend will also see the box office launch the David Bowie documentary, Moonage Daydream, in a limited release, and a Pearl, the prequel to A24's X. I don't know what the hell that is. However, I can already say this. Now I know why Viola Davis would have to be coming out to tell us, if you guys don't come out, then this won't be this and this won't be that. And this is telling Hollywood something. Viola Davis, from the grassroots to anyone in Hollywood, kiss our black ass. I could say it in different ways if you need me to. So we're showing Hollywood. What? Hollywood? I'm keeping it for, I'm trying to keep it a little bit. I've had to say a few things, but we're trying to keep it clean. For a comparison, the 2018 heist thriller, quote, Widows, in which Davis also starred, made $600,000 in box office previews and went on to generate $12.3 million its opening weekend. Now, this is what's really funny next. Look at where they go next. Harriet, another historical drama that opened in the fall of 2019, also earned $600,000 at the Thursday box office, kicking off an 11.6 million opening weekend. These people are really trying to sell flops. You are already selling this movie as a flop and not trying to sell it as a flop. Your review is relating it to flops. Harriet was a flop. It wasn't a win. $11 million on a week. The Mandalorian has made more than $11 million. The Grogu toy has made more than $11 freaking million. The hell are you talking about? That's not a win. That is not a win. Golly, man, they just tell us anything, family. Set in the 1800s, mind you, it's the 1800s. So let's be clear about what was going on here in America in the 1800s. Full-blown chattel slavery, to where this woman who is behind this story, her family was at the time when the story was taking place. Her concern is, F her ancestors here to talk about this person who was over in another land while her ancestors were here. Okay, maybe I'm just tripping. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Let's hate our slave ancestors because they were conquered and they were in slavery. Okay. The Woman King, present in all alternative history of an almighty African kingdom of Dahomey, it and its fleet of female warriors, the Agoji. Davis stars as a unit's powerful general who must train a generation of fighters to fend off an enemy who is intent on destroying their way of life. Let me just back up. Again, we're talking about the 1800s, meaning the slave trade going over here in America was in full speed. So before I start talking really stupid and reckless, I'm just really going to try to read through this, because for those of y'all who talk to me off script, y'all already know how I would be talking right now. The film is directed by Gina Prince. The film is directed by Gina Prince by the Wood. I wish I was making that. I'm reading this and I'm like, are you? Whoo. This is YouTube, so we are saying things how we need to say things here on YouTube. The film is let's get this bitch back up here. So let's just, because they talk, oh man, representation matters. The film is directed by Gina Prince by the Wood. That's one word. And written by Dana Stevens, from a story by Stevens and Maria Bello. Now, she got up there, and Viola got up there. Me and my husband, we got up there, and we did this. We put our money up behind this. You went to a white woman who wrote a story about black folks while black people were enslaved in America? No wonder this ain't woke. No wonder. This is why. That's why maybe y'all don't come out. No, we ain't coming out. Family. If you know your family goes back to the 1870 census, we're talking about in the 1800s, right? Why the hell would you find any camaraderie to, okay, props to you over there. But let's say, well, we were over here. So what were you doing to get us back? Oh, you were fighting for your way of life there. Which, who was the first element of you getting rid of if you had to fight them? And you want us to go celebrate this bullshit? I'm trying to keep it where we need to keep it, family. We over the 3-hour mark, and I'm about ready to start cussing like a sailor behind this. So when people say you're not supporting this movie, let me just show you. This is who they went to employ to make a movie about this African people who were participating in the slave trade in the 1800s. Not 16, not 17, but after the letter J was even crafted, these people are the ones who you want us to go out and celebrate. You treasonous, poisonous individual. I mean, I damn near have to bite my cheeks bloody to stop from cussing right now. Because you are such a absolute traitor for support. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, they melanated. Do you understand your family was here when that was going on? What the hell are you championing? What? Really? Your people were right here going through this. You could be champion Denmark VC, revisiting. I mean, hell, is there just because they crapped on Nate Parker? Should there only be one Nat Turner story here? But yeah, let's go all the way over here to Africa. Talk about these people who was fully invested in making sure our black asses got over here to America, but they were ready to fight to preserve their way of life. And if we don't... I'm about to have to get up out of here, family, because I don't know how much longer I can go without cussing about this damn topic. You know, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I'm talking about family. In the 1800s, your family was right here. So, again, why now is this story important? And why are they pandering to black women? I'll tell you why. Reparations. Because in 1800, if all of a sudden you start getting people that identify with that, then they would be able to start murking the waters of the timelines. Viola Davis, no, ma'am. You chose wrong. You chose against your people. You chose against the truth. And you chose against what you know. For you and all of your ilk, all I can tell you, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall. For real. And let us rise. We don't have no woman king here. That ain't what we do. Like my brother said, shout out to all the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses. And a big MF to everybody, including the woman king who had hands in us coming here. If you support that, you are an idiot. I ain't watched. Don't you all pay for that? If that's on your streaming services, you better let that shit go. Boycott that bullshit. I think that might have been what Tariq Space was about tonight. Should we boycott the woman king? I say capital F. Yes. All caps. Matter of fact. This should, man, this should be something in you that pisses you off seeing that. Be an honor to your ancestors, man. Represent their blood well. There should be something in you that pisses you off about this. How the hell you gonna tell me a story about some woman queen that knew good and well that we was over here languishing in chattel slavery up under these mother devils? But you want me to challenge this? For those of y'all who know me, y'all know me. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm just trying to keep it as clean as I can on this channel because family, this one, like, you talking about hitting one of them buttons, man. I mean, literally, your family is over here building America, and you want us to champion this? And if y'all don't come out, you saying what the I guess you don't really relish, you don't keep your ancestors' blood in you like I do. I got it. Because I'm telling you, man, if there's any of your ancestors in you, you should be pissed off. Pissed off. How the hell are you sitting up here having us trying to champion something while our people are up here building Georgetown, building these universities, building the railroads, building this country's infrastructure, but we're supposed to celebrate this woman who took part in us being sold here? I'm sorry, fam, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Hell yes, we should boycott The Woman King. Fuck that movie. I'm sorry. I just had to give it to you how I feel it. I mean, that is on my skin, on my blood. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. How dare you do that to our ancestors and ask their offspring to celebrate this dirtbag? Maybe I'm different. Maybe y'all just different like me. Good. Long time coming. Because this type of thing has to stop. To when people come around us, talk about how, ladies, do you understand what they want you to champion? Think about this. If this were you back in that time, they're wanting you to celebrate a woman who was able to be the woman king while your son was being sold off to another plantation. Never to see you again. You never to even see the offspring that they create. I'm sorry. I got too much of my family and me to ever be cool with this. Sorry, that ain't me. Hopefully it ain't you neither. Because I got to say, damn that movie, man. And damn everybody down with it. On some real shit. Our answer, 1800? Nah, fam. No. Represent your bloodline better than that. Represent your family, fam. Don't you ever let these people sit up here and tell you that you're supposed to champion the memory of someone who celebrated the hard chattel slavery of your ancestors just because they got melanin. Bullshit. And with that, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, beatzillapdx, Patreon, beatzillapdx official, melanated people, Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. If you need to email me and get some things off your chest like I'm getting off right now, you please do. Let me know how you feel at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if the blood flowing through your veins, the spirit of your ancestors is really talking to you and moving you right now, you feel that you might need to do something, you can, if it ain't here, do it somewhere. But you can donate right here to this platform, to this cause, at CashApp, beatzillapdx. That's $ beatzillapdx at CashApp. Also, we got PayPal. That is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK. As y'all can see, I'm messing up my own Cash App. I'm telling you, man, don't you ever let nobody sit up here and tell you that you're supposed to celebrate somebody who is celebrating your ancestors being in chattel slavery. I hope you feel this like I do. That is an insult that should make your blood boil. That should make you roll over in your sleep. That should bother you. And it's good that it does. That means you're awake. Tells you you're alive. And your true purpose is right in front of you. Can you dig it? Yes, indeed. So I hope y'all have enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I have definitely enjoyed it. And again, y'all know how we get down over here. Monday, also make sure to tune in to Twitter. So follow me, follow my brother Black Alpha Network on Twitter. Monday we will be in Twitter Spaces for you. And Tuesday, we will have the next new Black Media mashup in your face for you. So, y'all see how we do this thing over here. We really, 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 truly are about Black empowerment, Black excellence, and just making sure that the fam is good. One thing we have to understand is when we need to push back from certain BS. And this woman king is it. Hashtag boycott woman king. Or the woman king. Is that right? So yes, boycott the woman king. Straight up. It's not about us. And no one from us will ever be able to smokescreen celebration of our conquering again in our faces. Viola Davis. Let me show you again why you were in the position with us that you are in. That was your choice to represent the time frame to which your own ancestors were sitting up here building this country. If you ever come to us again talking about what Hollywood needs to know, just know this is what we know about you. And we're out of here. Viola Davis, shut the fuck up. With that being said, y'all, have a blessed weekend. Y'all stay safe, stay vigilant, stay Black, stay alive, and stay away from self-hating, deprivating coons like Viola Davis has exemplified herself to be. Keep your smooth stones at the ready. Don't be a sellout like what we just seen. Our integrity, our family's blood, sweat, tears, and bones in this dirt is priceless. Don't ever let anybody tell you that's worth acceptance. Viola Davis. Guess that's the message and lesson you missed. Shout out to the 2/3 Club volunteer, Viola Davis. Black first, shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. the stone of truth. See, that's what you throw.
Right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.